Hello, everyone.
Hello. Welcome.
Happy Monday.
Hope y'all are having a good day. Oh my goodness. You ever feel like you're just like well ahead and then all of a sudden it's like it's time to go? Did we move this public?
Probably not.
Probably not. Shoot. So I have to edit it.
No. Hang on. Let me look on my phone. Don't specifically remember.
I don't think I turned it to public.
Don't see it.
Okay. Actually, hang on. Not yet. Edit. Where do we do it at? There it is.
There it is.
Oopsie daisy. Maybe. Hopefully it's public now. Oh my goodness. It feels like it's been a month. I see one like. Okay. We're back.
You sure?
Yeah,
okay.
It's there.
Good.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Well, for you all watching the replay, I don't know what you got. We started private for a minute there, and then we just turned it on public.
Talking to ourselves.
Hey,
Laura. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Karen. Hey, Sunday night dinners. Hey, Francine. Hey, Donna. Hey, Lee Lawrence.
How's it rolling in?
Awesome.
Finally.
Happy Monday, everyone. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Hackett's Healing Hollow. Hey, Little Feet Farm Homestead. Hope you guys got that tractor. I saw some pictures. It almost looked like the same place that we got our tractor, but I couldn't tell. Hey, Marcy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Connie and Justin. Hey, Three Musketeers. Hey, Veronica.
Your friendly reminder, if you're watching the replay, skip ahead a couple minutes.
Denise, my first live. Awesome.
Welcome. I'm glad you made it.
Hopefully you enjoy it. Then come back again.
Hey, I came when we have stories to tell.
Yeah.
Funny ones.
It feels like forever since we've been live because last week we were on Two Family Homesteads live and a lot of people did not get the memo and I'm so sorry. But we had a really good time. But it's been 2 weeks since we were live on our channel.
Yeah.
And it feels like a lifetime.
Lee, I love my stickers. So happy you got them. So happy you like them.
Comment on your post. That's awesome. So cool to see the stickers. Hey, Matt and Sarah. Awesome. Laura said I'm in the process of buying a 6-acre fixer-upper in Maine.
Nice. Exciting stuff. Good old Maine. So we have had a good, long, busy weekend. Yeah. A lot of fun, a lot of work, a lot of excitement.
A lot of play, too.
A lot of play. Last time we talked to you all, we talked about how we had been working a little bit too much, maybe, and not having as much play, and that resulted in us not having our stories that we normally tell to you all. So we changed that.
Yes, we did.
And we had fun, and now we got stories.
No, it's been a really good time. I feel like we've just been adjusting to living here and, new property, new house, new town, which is small.
Hey, Mom.
But, hey, a good day to grow. I feel like we've kind of found our place now, and it feels really good.
Really, especially after this past weekend, which we've been seeing it for a while, but I truly feel like we live in the most beautiful place on earth.
Yeah, feels like we do.
We're right in just the center of a lot of awesome stuff.
Beauty.
Yeah, a lot of beauty, a lot of nature, which is what we love and what our kids are loving as well. They've been outside more since we've moved here than I think they ever have. Yeah. And that's always promising, exciting stuff.
And this is kind of relevant to a lot of you, I feel like, because a lot of people are moving. A lot of people are starting over and finding new properties. And with that, I think a lot of people are kind of moving to, smaller towns and joining the slower pace of life. And a lot of people are buying property and starting their homesteads and farms. And we came from what we thought was a small town. And we talk about this a lot. But it was almost 30,000 people. So moving to a 3,000 population is a lot different. And I think for a while, at least I struggled a little bit with wondering if we were going to feel like we were a part of anything bigger than ourselves. Obviously, we feel that way with YouTube and with a community, but like locally, you need to feel like you're a part of something bigger. And I struggled with whether the kids were going to feel like that or not. And I think that we have fixed that. I think that, I don't know, it feels like we are a part of something huge and a beautiful place in the country. And it just, I don't know, it feels really good.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's exciting just which, I mean, we can go ahead and jump right into it. We're already started here, right? So we will hold the funny part. But getting to what she was talking about, we went hiking this past, well, no, it was Saturday. So so Friday, all right, let's give you a rundown, give you a timeline so you know where we are. Friday, I took off work because we were supposed to have our home inspection on the White House that day. Unexpected events happen, and it wasn't able to happen that day. What did we do Friday? I'm trying to remember. Did we just no? We went somewhere, didn't we?
We went somewhere.
Did we go to?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Friday wasn't that exciting. We did a few things. We went out to eat, didn't we?
I think so. I don't remember.
Anyways,
we went to Applebee's.
Oh, we did go to Applebee's. That's right.
Which we haven't been to Applebee's in 6 months.
That's one thing about
Almost 7.
Small town. You don't get big chain restaurants that you sometimes enjoy to go to every once in a while.
Susan said you only do the firesider once daily. Yes, I do. Yeah. Zach sometimes will do it twice.
I do it anytime my body tells me I need to do it. And I'm happy to take it.
I do it once at best.
Yeah, anytime. I usually almost do it every time I eat, specifically dinner, because dinner is usually a little bit heavier than it should be sometimes, at least for me. So I usually take it after that, just kind of kill any heartburn in my count. Anyways, so Friday's cool night, chill, everything was fine. Well, we went to bed early because we knew we were going to get up early and go hiking. So my mom, Carol Smith, who's in here in the chat, it was her birthday this weekend, so she was going to come Saturday evening after we got back from hiking. So we decided to go take a hike. You'll hear in the video tomorrow a little bit more about what we're doing and what our goal is with the hiking, besides just enjoying nature and getting a little bit more physically fit, which is always promising and good stuff. We are training to practice that for a very major hiking trip that we're looking forward to in probably a year. Probably about a year. So this time next year we
don't specifically want to say what, but it's a very big deal. And I actually did it when I was younger, but I was little, and we're going to do it again now that I'm an adult, and it'll be a little bit different.
Yeah, so I didn't. My family was never into really hiking back in the day. They were motorcycles or boats or things with motors. So this is fairly new to me, but I really do enjoy it. And she's teaching me along the way. So anyways, we decided to go hiking. We found, there's so many trails. If you all watched Jed, her brother.
Not the Appalachian Trail.
No, we're not going that big.
We're not that committed.
Not that big. Maybe like 10 years from now. But anyways, if y'all watched any of Jed's videos, there's a bunch of hiking trails and a bunch of different areas to go hiking around here.
Well, surrounded by parks, state parks and national parks.
Yeah, so we went to a national park, right? Yeah, it's national. The one we went to?
Cumberland Gap.
Yeah.
Was it national or state?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I'm halfway forgetting where I was going with this story. We went hiking, then we decided to go to this little town, the Cumberland Gap town itself, which was the cutest place in the entire world. It was like only 300 people or something like that. 490. Yeah. It's just an awesome little town. If you saw the pictures that we posted, which you'll see this tomorrow too, so don't stress if you didn't. That's where they had the covered bridge. That's where we had lunch, and right there on the creek. It's just a beautiful little place. But anyways, that's part of what makes us feel like we're around something bigger. Mm-hmm. These people are just amazing, and we're really finding those hidden gems that we knew that were here. It just took us a minute to get there.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like we were talking, we are surrounded by parks. We've got Cumberland Gap, we've got Pine Mountain, we've got Cumberland Falls, and then the Smoky Mountain National Park is just 2 hours from us, really an hour and a half if you don't go all the way into Gatlinburg. So there's just so many opportunities to hike and be out in nature. Thomas Walker. There's so many places.
Yeah, I didn't
really
know.
Nice.
I didn't know who Thomas Walker was.
Now you did.
Thomas Walker was, but you know him now. Once you're down here.
That's awesome. Veronica said, "Love those old covered bridges." It was really cool.
They're cool.
Hey Sue. Hey Kristen from Arizona. There was a couple questions up here.
Yeah, make sure to ask your questions because we usually don't get into story time to about 30 minutes in once everybody's had a chance to join in.
I don't remember.
Wow, that was fast. Letting me mess with the eyeballs.
We used to live in Warburg. That is small.
Warburg.
Teresa, I've never heard of that, but
Haven't either.
Sounds very quaint. Covered bridge and old country churches. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Wanda.
Cumberland Gap has what I call the trifecta. They have the covered bridge, they have the old church, and they have their own little wedding chapel, which is really cool.
Hey, Cindy from Australia. Good to see you. Awesome.
So we played in the garden hard. I mean, we got a little sun. The sun is hitting hard in Kentucky, and it felt good to get a little color, feel a little warmth. We wore sunscreen, but you're so pale coming out of winter that even that sometimes doesn't help. But we did a lot of up potting today. We have tomatoes running out of our ears, so we had to get them up.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was hot, but we got it done.
It was nice. Adjusting. And Stivers family, do you still make the soap with the goat's milk? We sure did. That's what we did Friday. Yep. We made it'll be 70 bars. So we are dedicated this time. We are going to get into doing it every week. That way we have soaps as ready available as we do salves.
Mickey Bradley, thank you so much for that super chat. Jen, I love your t-shirt. Also love that the kids are helping out on the farm some now.
Yeah.
Thank you. And they're doing really, really good. Yeah, this is the row by row Hostel shirt. It's so comfortable, so soft.
Thank you, Mickey.
Oh, Sherry said, "Hey Jen, where's your shirt from? And where do we go from here video? Oh, that shirt was from Stitch Fix. We've been getting Stitch Fix since we moved here. I think maybe a little bit before. It's a box that comes every month with clothes, and we really like it. I really like it. Zach's not a huge fan. Me and the kids love it though.
All right, listen, y'all. So Stitch Fix is just not. I mean, it's a little hipper than I am. Is the best way I can say it. The kids' clothes, awesome, fantastic. I mean, they knock it out of the ballpark for them every single time that we do it. It's great. It's not so much out of her comfort zone, but it's more nicer.
It's enough to get me out of yoga pants and leggings.
I got a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
button up Hawaiian shirt, but it's not a Hawaiian shirt. Like it is I want to wear this to go out kind of shirt. They're just really not hitting the cutoff flannel style that I rock and roll. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go start shopping at Roll King Track Supply for my place.
It's so funny when he gets his box. We make him try it on anyway, even if he says no.
Hang on.
But yes, the row by row shirt is Hostels. Do you have a Stitch Fix code? I probably do. I'm not really. I know there's a way to do that. I'm just not really sure how. But we might do a video about it and just talk about it. And I don't know if there's like a code or like a refer kind of thing, like Butcher Box.
Look at this. This is in my box, and like,
can y'all see Zach in that?
This is not like my first box. Like I've tried to personalize my style with them, and then I opened the box and I was like, come on.
I think it looks great. I think he needs to wear it all the time. I told him he could cut the sleeves off and then just unbutton it and wear in the garden.
Now that I could probably get on board with.
I love it. I think it's great. Yep, that was their definition of a man shirt.
Yeah. It didn't get much better than that in the box either.
Oh, Tammy said they look like zinnias. See, it is you. They just know you that well that they put zinnias on it. Oh my gosh. That's a sitter by the fire with a margarita, Donna said.
Teresa said regifted gray beard. Yeah, he would look good in it.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? It does look like a nice shirt, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness. Like when you report back, like you have to like give them comments. I said, they said, how personalized was this to your style? I said, absolutely not at all. Zero. I said everything in this box was completely out of my comfort zone. And I'm not sure I want to venture over that way.
Yeah, Wanda, they do have Stitch Fix for men and children too. Gosh, they do so good with it.
The kids are absolutely awesome.
And it's not stuff that all the kids have. Like, we shop at Walmart for the kids. We buy their clothes from Walmart, Goodwill, wherever we find when they need clothes. But that ends up in like all the kids wearing the same stuff. And this is kind of cool because It's tailored to them, and it's cheap for kids. It's really, really good. And they'll ask them, like their style, their favorite things, and Raylan's is unicorns and Wyatt's game and stuff. So it's like perfected to them.
They listen to them.
Yeah. Too funny. Debbie Wilson said, "Can you guys tell me where to get Growing by the Moon want printouts?"
Yeah, so you can Google just Growing by the Moon or Growing by the Signs on Google, and you should be able to get the printouts. We posted a video that they're linked in. It was last year. It's pretty neat. I'm not sure if North Star's on here, but if she is, she will get it out there. But yeah, you can just do a Google search and it'll be out there. And then also follow on Facebook if you have Facebook. It's called Planting by the Signs. He's actually here in Kentucky. He's local. He's really good, really informative. Every day he posts like what to expect this week and different things. He kind of does the legwork for you. But it's called Planting by the Signs, and that would be good for you.
Thank you, Alice. Sherry said, "I want your referral code so you can get credit." I'll look for that. I know it's somewhere. I'm just not totally sure how
for
it
what?
works. For Stitch Fix.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Grace. Let's see. Hey, Pearly May. Will you guys be selling comfrey starts in pieces? Not yet.
Yeah.
We need to really get ours like basically taking over the whole yard before we can start selling.
Right. Everything we have, we'll be using wholeheartedly for Stivers, but hopefully maybe next year.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure by next year we will. Yeah. Once it's established and once we're starting to fight it to not take over the yard, we'll want to start selling stuff. Right now we're just like standing over it. Come on, Comfrey.
Donna said, "How do we get to your store?" So we technically have 2 stores. The Stivers Homestead is our website. That's where you can get the merch. So that's where you can get stickers, shirts, great stuff. Much better quality than Teespring was doing. So we've been seeing everybody post on Facebook, and that's been great. Thank you all for sharing that because we love seeing it. That's where you would get that stuff. If you're wanting salves and soaps, that'll be on Etsy for the meantime until we can work out the really bad kinks that we had on the website with our personal stuff. But right now, there's nothing in stock.
Donna says she likes your new haircut.
Thank you.
I did that.
She did it.
I think we did that Friday too. Sasha said, "What breed of milking goats do you recommend?" So we love Nubians and Nupines, and a lot of people love La Manchas, but I think mostly Nubians. I think most people love Nubians.
Well, let's see, that was our thought beforehand too, because that's what Butters is. But we have Elsa and Anna are Nupines, and my gosh, y'all. So
Anna has a little Sonnen, I think it's called.
Yeah, that's right.
Sonnen in her, which is a lot of milk.
Yeah,
a lot of milk.
So our first milk goat was Butters. And it was a fight. I mean, we got her down, but it was a fight with her.
I wouldn't say that's the breed, though. That's just
you're right. But let's just talk about goats and themselves. Something has to play out of here because we had 2 Newfoundland but anyways, Butters, she would give us a quart and maybe a little bit in a pint the 2 times every time we milked. So we would milk 2 times a day. And it was hard to get it. Like she would not let it down. She would not let it down. And we were fighting. We would do everything we could. But we were happy. We had plenty of milk and everything was good. Well, now we have Elsa and Anna and Butters and milk. And Elsa and Anna are both Nupines. And my gosh, y'all, we're getting 2 gallons out of them just one milking.
Just in the morning.
We're
not doing nighttime milking yet.
Because their babies are still milking off of them. But when their kids are weaned, I mean, we are going to, I don't know.
And it's easy.
Pretty heavy with Nupines.
I mean, they'll kick every once in a while just to let you know that it's not their favorite thing to do. But the milk just comes down. They let it down. They don't fight you. They don't try to sit down. We don't have to hobble them.
Yeah.
The 2 of us, we both take our gallon Lehman's container and we sit there and we milk. He milks one teat and I milk the other.
Yeah, one side she's on the other, and they're absolutely fantastic, like she said. So Nupine, if you want, it's a Nubian and an Alpine mix. So you get the cream from the Nubians because that's why people truly love them so much. They have
high butterfat.
Right. And then Nupines are great for the amount of milk. So Alpines are great for the amount of milk. So you get both the best of both worlds. And
they're all great moms.
Yeah.
Some people do milk their Nigerian dwarfs, We do not.
No, and we never will.
Never will. If we ever breed any of our Nigerian dwarfs, or if they have babies, then they'll just be moms. We're not going to try to milk them. Their little teeth are literally like this big.
Yeah.
Maybe the kids could milk them. But not us.
We keep joking because Anna, our white goat that had the triplets, the one being the bottle baby, she is like the perfect training goat. Because when somebody says you, they're like, do it like a balloon, stop it at the top, it fills up the teat, and then you squeeze down, and that squirts it all out. Hers are so big, first off, and so my bigger hands, like I love milking her because I can actually use my whole hand. I don't like with butters, I have to use the top and then like one to do it. And then, like she said, the Nigerian dwarfs, they're so much smaller. There's no way that I could even try to milk if I wanted to.
Ever.
But if you're getting into goats, Nigerian dwarfs are your money makers when it comes to their babies. When it comes to people wanting like pet goats, for the most part, they want Nigerian dwarfs. So just an FYI. But if you're wanting good milkers, the full size goats are about the only way to go. And we just really like new pines, alpines, Nubians.
Hey, Merciful Roots. Hey, Robin. Hey, Jen. I keep saying hi, Jen, and I'm thinking everyone is so friendly. I realize I'm not the Jen. That's funny.
Tasha, I can't believe it's been over 2 years since I first subscribed to y'all. That's crazy, isn't it? It's wild. Sometimes we think about how long it's been since we've been on YouTube. It's just nuts. It feels like a blink of an eye.
Wanda said, where did you get your potatoes to plant? We got them from Hostels. I feel like they're probably sold out at this point.
Probably, but it doesn't hurt to take a look.
Yeah. But every early spring, actually really late winter, start thinking about if you're wanting to plant potatoes, start getting that in your mind to get them from Hostels and gather them up before it's spring, because they're always really they get sold out about late winter. So just be thinking about it basically in December.
And that's the good thing. When you place the order, they use your zip code, so they won't ship them until they're safe to ship out. So it's not going to be like freezing temps or anything like that.
Hey, Anderson.
Yeah, I was just say something. Hey, Anderson's glad you're out here.
Merciful Roots. Now you haven't missed too much. We've just been chatting.
Teresa, we saw the fifth farmer and them just hit 100,000 YouTube award. Hamiltonville Farm, they just marked over 100,000 subscribers, so they'll be getting their button here probably in the next couple weeks. So that's awesome. A lot of our friends are really getting over that 100,000 mark. That's great.
Very cool. The play button looks really fun.
Yeah.
Instead said Hoss is out today.
I figured they may. But here's the thing. Right now is the time that your local feed stores and farm stores are getting their seed potatoes, onion sets, stuff like that. So don't stress. Go out to your Rural King, Tractor Supply, or your local feed store. They probably have some seed potatoes that you can pick up.
And Hoss, they'll do another round in the late summer, won't they?
Yeah, they will, but I mean, a lot of people want to get them in the ground now. So yeah, just keep an eye on them, Hoss. They'll get them back in stock as soon as they have them. All right, so speaking of milking goats, for 23 minutes in, y'all ready for the first story? It's
this was also Friday, wasn't it?
That was a stink bug. Just dinging.
Shade. Oh, is that it? Get it.
What is it?
It's on the outside of the
hang on.
If not,
line them up with the story. No.
If not, don't.
I didn't want to squeeze him because I don't want all my head.
If he lands on my head,
he
pooped on him.
Stink bugs.
It's a Kentucky State bird.
Kentucky State bird. He's a good boy.
Terrorized me the whole time.
He's a good boy.
No, get out of here.
Smell it. Just do it.
Stop. I do. You touched me with it. Get some hand sanitizer.
All right, bro.
See, this guy, he knows what's up.
Let me get it.
I'm out. Y'all, it's me. It's gonna be over. I can't do it. Okay, did you see him? He's flying around me.
What is it?
He's flying around my head.
Man, he is like on steroids or something.
Okay, I'm getting
up. Somebody's got to talk to the people. I mean, I can't get into it. Calm down.
Catch him.
He's going nuts. Hang on, y'all. We still here.
I can't do it.
Oh my God! He just went right in my head.
Everything's good. Everything's fine. He was a big one. He was not a baby. He was Grandpa Stink Bug. Oh, gross. Sorry.
Well,
They get too close to home. Okay. If they just stay in their lane, everything's fine. But when they start hovering over my head, I can't do it.
it's like a wrecking ball up in here.
And now it smells
Oh my gosh.
like a stink bug. Stop. Gross. Ugh. Kimberly said if anyone lives near Morristown, Tennessee, Morristown Milling has plenty of sweet potatoes. Awesome. We're actually pretty close to, I think, Morristown. I think we go through there after Middlesboro. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all of them when I was there. There you go. All right. We were going to a story. So Friday, we like I said, we've been milking. Everything's been good. So we were feeding and then grabbing one at a time. Obviously, that is not the best way to do it, but we didn't have like a very good setup. Everybody was coming into the milking area. So we were feeding everybody to keep them off of us, but that meant the mamas we were milking weren't very interested in the food in their tray. When your goats aren't very interested in your food, they like to kick. Mm-hmm. They want to get out of there because they're not hungry. So we fixed up the barn to where the goats couldn't come barging in. And so we weren't feeding as soon as we got there. We were milking until we had the girls milked out. So we were milking. I don't remember if it was Anna or Elsa that we were milking, but nobody had been fed besides the ones that were in milk. Well, we put up those green gates. So if you've seen any of our videos up there, you know, we have all those loose green gates. Some are actually attached, some aren't. So I had pulled it over this big hole in the barn that gets into there. It's just a board that's missing. I just need to get another one up. But it's big enough for a goat to come through. Well, I put it up. It's been working fine. Buster Bighorns would get in there. He'd get out. Anna Bighorns would get in there. She'd get out. Well, we're sitting there milking. Here comes Butters. Oh, goofy Butters. She sticks her head in there, and I look at her, and I'm like, hi, Butters. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know if something spooked her or what it was. She pops up, and I look over, and the gate and her are gone. She couldn't get her head out, and she just is taking off with the gate, like running down the hill. And so I'm like, babe, get the milk. I got to go get Butters. And she's just laughing. And in my head, I'm like, it's funny.
I couldn't see her, but I could picture it because I knew what she did. And I could just picture her taking off down the hill.
And as funny as it is, it's also terrifying because if that thing like hits the ground, she's going to go flip over. And my goodness, she could break her neck. So like I'm like rushing to go get this daggone goat. And I swear, Butters is the slowest goat we have. She wobbles, she's lazy, she moves slow. She was running real fast. So I'm chasing after her. And by the way, y'all, this is like 6:30 in the morning, something like that.
Very early.
I'm running after her, and she starts running up the hill, and I catch her. She just the gate's just doing this number on her neck. And I'm like, Butters, would you just please stop so I can get you? So I finally get her, and she's fighting me the whole time to get her head out there. I'm like, I am trying to help you. I get back up, and I swear, she was laughing her head off. And I think Anna or Elsa, whichever one it was, they were all laughing. Here comes Butters walking around just like, y'all didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing wrong here. It was hilarious. I wish we had the camera out when we did it because my goodness, it was so funny.
Oh my gosh. Then of course we had to tell the kids and they just
lost it. It was so funny.
They started laughing so hard. I wish because I didn't even get to see it. But like I said, I could picture it and I could just see her like waddling down the hill with this gate on her head.
I've never seen her move as fast as she did. It was daggone hilarious.
She's such a nut.
I mean, it was a big gate. It's not like a light gate.
Is it like 8 foot?
Yeah.
Wide? Yeah.
She's lucky.
Big green ones scared me.
Where's the dirt? Oh, but yeah, it was absolutely hilarious watching her run with that thing around her. I'm just so happy that she was fine, didn't trip or anything, and get actually hurt. But my goodness, that gate did catch the tail in the wind.
Better said, hold my beer. While he was doing that, of course, Buster is breaking in, and I don't even remember which goat was on the stand at the time, but Lucy was coming in trying to nurse off of her.
Yeah, Lucy's so funny. So we put all the goats in one pen, all the baby goats in one pen at night. But Lucy will stay in there all night. As soon as she sees us, she jumps right out.
Yeah.
I looked at her today and I was like, she can get out that easy. but she stays in there all night because she loves her friends.
Right.
But when it comes to bottle, it's time to get out. So we got her trying to nurse on every mama that comes in there.
She'll jump on your head while you're trying to sit there milking.
Yeah.
And then, so our milking stand is inside of the nesting box
area. Right.
So you know how chickens are. They start laying them eggs early. Well, we get up there about 6:37. And those chickens are kicking into egg laying, and you've got Lucy jumping on your head. You've got goats trying to break into the pen, and then you've got chickens, a bunch of Becky's, trying to announce that they are coming in to lay an egg, or that they just did, and they're just going nuts. And then you'll get the two roosters, one's in the barn, the other's outside the barn, just going back and forth at each other.
Echoes.
Oh my gosh, it's loud.
Oh my goodness. And then I'm usually trying to play music because FY. Your mama goats, they like listening to music when they get back. They like it. You got to sing to them. You got to talk to them. So we got music playing. We got chickens chirping as loud as they possibly can. You got goats running with gates around their neck. It's just some of the mornings we have are very hectic.
Yes, they are. We need to record it one time, but not put music over it so you all can hear it.
Yeah, just an unedited hour of loudness.
Tammy wants to know what they like to listen to.
Butters likes Conway Twitty.
Mm-hmm.
Anna is a little bit more feisty. She still likes old country, but she's more of a Merle Haggard kind of guy. Girl. Elsa is fit, so she's like the fit mama.
Yeah. She wants like club music.
Yeah, so she likes like jazzercise music, things that she can like really bob her head to. You just got to get to know you guys.
No, we're not even playing. It's for real.
Yeah, it is for real.
Like it sounds funny, but that's who they are.
Wanda, she came with the name Butters, and we loved it, so she kept it.
I don't know where it came from, but it fits her. Fits her very well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, but that's why I've always loved Butters. But I'm starting not to succeed with this one. I'm starting to realize it too. Butters, she just holds that milk back. She will not let it down.
Yeah.
We did actually get a milking machine to try on her, but she still wouldn't let it down like she should have.
No. It's a waste of $250. Butters is she's stubborn, but she's the greatest mom ever. So there's nothing you can really do about it.
What was that love story movie we watched with the goats where they were playing the music tone? Do you remember the name of it?
No, you were talking about that the other day, and I don't remember.
But you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was one. They have a bunch of. It was like a farm. It was like a Lifetime movie. But they had like a farm, and they were like playing music to their goats. I'm like, see, we're not the only crazy ones. Right. You got to play music to your goats.
They do. They like their music. Wanda says she's a Conway gal herself.
Yeah. I
am not a Conway fan.
I've been preaching to the kids and said, if you meet somebody that don't like Conway Twitty, you just need to tell them to get on that your life.
Let's see. There was a question. When are y'all putting your tomatoes in the ground?
So we won't put those in until mid-May, early May-ish.
After last frost.
Yeah. So Mother's Day is usually around our last frost date. Just search your zip code in the Farmer's Almanac for your last frost date. That'd be your indicator. But we did just upot over 100 today, and we still got like 300 to go.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of tomatoes. But we're doing market this year, and hopefully we can sell some there, and then maybe just put a sign up and sell some tomato plants, and hopefully our family will want some, so that'll be good. We'll get rid of them either way. I mean, if we sell 100 and we still have 200, we'll just find a spot to put it.
Yeah, thankfully we got the room for it this year.
Plenty of
room to put it in.
It's nice because you see before we didn't even quite work out how many plants that we knew we needed at our old place. We just always kind of chanced it and did as many as we could and then tried to get rid of the rest. But now there's just so much room.
Yeah.
You can put them anywhere.
It's fantastic. And we have the tractor. She has been named Jolene.
Yes.
A lot of people said Tilly like that. Jolene wins. So, but you say that made me think of Tilly. Made me think of Jolene. So her name's Jolene. But we can always whip out Jolene and just till out another row. Won't take me nothing to do that.
Aaron said ACDC would be my goods if I had that.
You got to keep it calm. You got to give them the sweet music, the calm ways of the world. You got to relax that mind.
Yeah. Meadow Martha, there is a little bit of gardening in tomorrow's vlog. Yep. So that's good.
And mainly most of the video.
Sue said, serious question. Do goats hold back their milk for their kids like milk cows? Yes, they do.
Big time.
A lot of goats.
Butters and wants to hold it back from everybody.
Yeah, Butters, she don't even want her kids to have it. She just wants to hoard it and like can it up and preserve it for the year. Like I don't even know what her goal is. She don't want anybody to have it. They do hold back, but there's different things you can do to try to make it let it down. And Elsa and Anna, I know they hold back a little bit, but they also, for the most part, let us empty them, which is nice. You can tell when it's full and you can tell when it's empty. It's really satisfying. But they do hold back a little bit for their kids. And, their body always knows whether they need to produce more or not. Their kids will tell them. So that's really cool. It's just like, mammals, really. Any mammals that can milk. Let's see.
And do you have any goats that are still pregnant? No, all weird kidding season's over around here. Okay. We had 7. Our 3 boys are sold, so they'll be gone soon. And so we'll have our 4 girls left that'll come from that. So they'll bypass breeding season this year. Next year we'll have 7 mamas that'll be bred. So that'll be intense. Next spring will be the same as this year.
Yeah, 3 pregnant moms was a lot, but next year we're gonna we'll probably stagger it and not do them all at once, which will be a little bit easier because a whole birthing day is really long. But if we can stagger it,
7 kids in 2 days.
It's a lot. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, Stephanie from Ontario. Awesome.
Courtney, really, I mean, I don't know. It's just our own experience. Like, I wouldn't get Nigerian dwarfs. They're not friendly. We've never had a friendly Nigerian dwarf. I don't know if they are with somebody else or not. We don't like them. I would say you're going to be fine with Nubians, Nupines, or Alpines. They're great. Stay away from bucks if you're wanting them to be around kids. Horns or not. Bucks, when they get into rut, they're just going to be aggressive. So I would just stick with does and make sure you have some nice girls. Still get their horns. Have their horns removed because you'll be back here in a minute. Even if they have their horns, they can just swing their head, right? I mean, they could just bend back too quickly, and they're sharp. They can hurt. So, but I would say any Nupines, Nubians, or Alpines, you'd be just fine with. I think Jess likes La Manchas really well. They seem pretty docile with kids, so you're going to be good with any big breed doe.
More Patch of Heaven said, will you have any Great Pyrenees for sale? We haven't bred either one of ours,
but we are.
Yeah, we hope to in the future for sure. Amy said, who's older, Jed or Jim? Jed. He's much older. He's old.
He is no fart.
I'm much younger. Cindy said La Manchas are nice too. Yeah, I've heard really good things about La Manchas.
Yeah, we just don't have personal experience with them. But we have nothing negative to say about ours, especially when it comes to being around kids and stuff. Anybody can go in that fence, and I have no fear that anybody's going to be hurt. The biggest swear we have is T-Bird.
Yeah, really, it is. But as long as you take a stick, he's going to go. I'm not sure how old Jed is. You know how old Jed is?
Well, I don't know. That's all I know.
He's in his 30s, late 30s. 38?
Like 37 or 38, I think.
37?
Yeah.
We're pretty far apart in age. I'm barely in my 30s. I'm not even in my 30s.
You're basically
I'm basically still in my 20s. So really, there's like a whole decade between us.
I told Jen, I said, man, I think my new goal is to be like in some form or fashion, like retired from my actual job by the time I'm 50.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, she kind of looked at me like, that's a long time away. I'm like, that's only 18 years.
Stop.
She said, stop. Go away.
Stop.
Go away.
Shut your mouth.
Little Feet Farms. Are you all ever going to get cows?
Wanda, that's exactly how it works.
What did she say?
I'm basically still in my 20s.
Right. When does that switch flip?
When you're closer to 40.
And then you're like still in your 30s.
You're well into your 30s.
Oh, okay.
Jed's basically 40. I'm basically still in my 20s.
I'm just out here living.
Oh,
oh my goodness.
What was the question for you?
The cows. It is like the biggest debate here. We want them. There's no doubt. We want cattle. But we can't justify getting a dairy cow.
Right.
As much as we would want a dairy cow over meat, meat cow. If we have dairy goats, we don't need a dairy cow.
Right.
We're already running, with milk out of our ears. So if we
Yeah.
get a cattle, it's gonna have to be meat cattle, and that's fine too. But I need them, I need the family to be ready,
right,
for it to be a meat cow.
Yes.
This is not a pet.
We're not doing well with that.
Yeah, no, we're not. So I told her, I said, so we need to make a decision. If we do want to go dairy cow, we need to start thinking about going down on the goat herd, because right now we're growing the goat herd, obviously. Or it's just the goat herd turns into, we don't milk them, we breed them to sell their kids, and we just keep our favorites,
right,
and we milk the cow. Y'all get what I'm getting at? So it's like this is the big debate that we're trying to figure out exactly what we want in that area.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be cool though. North Star said, did you catch my note about poison ivy? I have not. Hopefully I can catch it, but I have not seen it. I don't know. Yeah, but we have plenty of room for a cow. Kids want a horse, which I think we've talked about.
Mom said I just turned 53 and she's basically in her 20s.
There you
go. So apparently you can keep going with it. Somebody said feeding one cow is a lot cheaper than feeding 7 goats. I don't have experience in it, but I'm sure that's fairly close. Cows still eat a lot of hay, a lot of grass, a lot of grain when you feed, if you want to do that, but mainly grass and hay. You're right. Hey, that's accurate.
That's a good idea. Breed the cow for fall and the goats for spring. Good idea.
Yeah.
And then we can have milk all year round.
Still don't need that daggone milk.
Can you imagine milking all year round?
Mm-mm.
It'd be hard.
Yeah.
But it would be cool.
No, I'm not even worried about the hard part. It's just the sheer amount of milk we would have. We're already freezing the bunch. We'll see. So I'm like Grace. Let's just bypass the cow and get an ostrich and a couple peacocks.
North Star said, I found out tonight that rose hip tea will cure poison ivy in 48 hours. That's awesome.
Nice.
I love rose hip tea.
Yeah, that's actually the one I like to drink too.
Yeah, you like that one. That's pretty cool. That's very, very good to know. Going to celebrate my 19th anniversary of 24 this year. That's awesome.
Hilarious.
I love it.
Can't make goat's milk soaked with cow's milk. So you're right. So yeah, I always have to do that. All right, story number 2.
Yeah.
Talk about what?
Yeah.
So, okay. This is back to hiking. So when we went to hiking, first off, we went to the visitor center, and my goodness, way to go, Kentucky. Y'all did great with the Cumberland Gap Visiting Center. It was just really pretty, really beautiful. We always like to go that. Her and her family always like to go to the visitor center.
Sugarlands.
Yeah. Maybe kind of give them a little brief background on why you all like that so much.
We hiked a lot when I was a kid. That's all we did. Not just hiking, backpacking. We would go out, pick a trail, the whole family, and we would backpack and stay in the woods for weekend or a week at a time. There was bigger hikes than, some were small, some were huge. But we would always stop at Sugarlands Visitor Center and get our map and our trailhead and just, kind of let the kids look around kind of thing. And it was always a really special spot. So we actually took the kids there for not the first time. They went when they were babies, but they don't remember. But we went last year, basically at the middle point of coronavirus, and it was awful. You couldn't even go through the museum or anything.
Doesn't give you that childhood warm and fuzzies that you were expecting.
So it was quite disappointing. So we didn't go back after that. But they were like, what in the world? That wasn't even fun. So we found this one at Cumberland Gap that they have a visitor center too. It's smaller than Sugarlands, but it's got the same concept.
Very nice.
Yeah, they've got the museum where you can see, who came through the area and where they settled and all that kind of stuff. So that was neat. And we got them binoculars and
really cool coffee mug.
Yeah, we got our map.
Real quick, there's a fish. I always said fish. Whatever.
Emulsion?
Liquid. Yes.
Okay.
So I was trying to lead it.
And I was like,
yeah. Real quick question on that. I saw it. So we do about half a cup to a gallon of water, and we do it once a week. Usually on Sundays is our time, and you water the plant like you would just water it in general. Use it in a sprayer is what we normally do. Do it at the base though. Do it at the base. Do it in the evening. That way it doesn't evaporate. And also, if that fish,
emulsion.
Thank you. Gets on the leaves, in the sun, it'll kind of stain brown and all that good stuff. So hopefully that helped answer your question. So back to hiking. So we get them jacked up. They got their binoculars. They're ready to go, which Raylan calls it binoculars. And it was freaking hilarious. It was so cute. So we drive up, and a lot of stuff was closed. We had a storm come through, and there's a lot of down trees. But the tri-state Trail.
Yeah, Tri-State Peak.
Was open, and it was a good solid one. It was about, what was it, 2.5 miles round trip.
Felt like a lot more.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a moderate level hiking trip, and we hiked probably the last time once last year, so it's been a minute. But anyways, we get going, and you start on a graveled area. We get like, I'm serious, y'all, like 2 minutes in, and I mean, it starts off pretty good, but it's still graveled. I mean, it's more the nicer areas, I guess you would say, on the hiking trail. I looked back because I was leading the pack, and the whole goal is I'll lead. Kids in the middle, Jen in the back. Kids, keep up with daddy. Don't fall on mommy.
Right.
Keep the pace. And I told them, I'm not going to walk real fast. I'm going to walk slow. Well, they had to pack their backpacks and all this stuff. We advised against it, but they had to do it. Had to. And we was kind of at the point where I was like, I know I'm going to be carrying this at some point, but they're going to have to live and learn here. So we get like literally 3 minutes in, going up a pretty decent, not crazy, but decent sized hill.
Just an incline.
Yeah, I look back and I'm starting to puff a little, and I see her puffing and Wyatt's over here. Like sucking air. And I'm like, this ain't a good start, team. Because how we always talk, we're a unit around here. We ain't looking too good as a unit right off the get-go. Wyatt's already wanting to take a break.
Yeah.
He's already wanted to sit down. I'm like,
I wanted to eat a snack.
Uh-oh.
This is a go well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun rest of 1 or 2.1 miles because we've gone 0.1. So we keep going. We get to the first rock, and Mike goes, "Oh my gosh, we made it! We made it! Thank goodness! I'm gonna rest here. You all do what you need to do. Take your pictures. I'm gonna be here." And he's like trying to get his snacks out of his backpack.
He's unpacking.
Like
setting up shop.
Yeah, he thinks we're camping here. We're gonna pitch the tent. This is it. Y'all, we hadn't been on the trail for 10 minutes yet.
We weren't even on the trail. We were on the access point.
Exactly.
To the trail.
Yes. I said, "What? No, we're not doing stuff. We ate on the way. Like, it's only been like 15 minutes since he ate, but he's just, starved to death, dying of thirst." So I look at him like, "What? No, don't open your backpack. You can rest for a second, but we have got to make some pace up here." I was joking with Jen, and we kind of have that same feeling, which you all probably do too. You can sense when you're behind or when you're ahead. So when you feel like behind, like you're not having a good start to something, you want to keep going. Like you want to keep going to like get ahead of what you feel. You want to have that good feeling. So we were not there. We did not have that point. So we finally get him going. Fast forward till we actually made it some distance. And are actually on the trail. No more gravel. We're actually on hiking trail. He's sitting right here. You get to come tell your side just a minute. It's my turn first. So we start getting going up this hill. I mean, we're getting pretty steep. Like I'm starting to really like in through the nose, out through the mouth. Like it's starting to become pretty steep. I ain't gonna lie. It was hot. It was nice and warm, and it was muddy, so a little slippery and stuff because it had recently rained.
And none of us had hiking boots on.
No, it's all stuff that I'm realizing is really expensive that we all need to get. So we end up having to hold hands. Like we end up having to hold the kid's hand, which by the way, Raylan just running. I mean, if she would have been done and back by the time we all got done. So Wyatt's with me. Well, he starts with you. And you're just having to drag him up the hill. So she's like, "Why don't you take it?" And I'm like, "Okay, come on." So I'm leading, and I'm holding his hand. I said, "Wyatt, now here's the go."
Well, here's my thing too. When I had him in front of me to the side, like I just want to plow through this. Like I don't want to go slow. I want to plow through this. I want to get it done. I want to get to the top. But I'm having to go slow. I'm starting to think about all the little things that are currently inconveniencing me, and it makes it really difficult. But if I can just go fast and get it done, then I can huff and puff at the top.
Yeah, okay? yeah, right. So we
start thinking about like all the things that are getting on my nerves and all the other things I could be doing, but I'm just standing there.
So Raylan had like turned into this little thing where she would say turbo, and she'd just take off, and everybody just literally like, "Go on, little girl."
Right.
But she would turbo, and she'd put her arms back, and she'd just run. So it became like the thing that we would say during the hike. So I would be holding Wyatt's hand and I'd grab it and I'd say, turbo, and we didn't take off. He goes, no. And I'd be like pulling him up the hill. Well, we
People are
get
looking at us too.
yeah, but it's fine. Don't mind us. We're training here, by golly. We're training. So Jen, first off, before we got to the actual trail, like when we was about to turn on, she goes, we're almost there.
I said 0.6 miles left. You got this.
That 0.6 miles was boom. By the way, we went to 2,000 elevation. We started at 600. So it was, 1,400 up that we did in 2 miles. So that last end was pretty steep. So she thinks we're almost there. My mind, nope. I do not think
everyone we passed kept saying, you're almost there.
Yeah, they are. But they're on their way down.
Like it's stats. Like, give me a percentage. Like, how close?
Yeah. So, and they all look real happy. They're like, it's worth it. So we start going around the mountain. Like it's really starting to pick up, but it's going around. And we do this turn, and me and Wyatt are well ahead of her and Raylan. And she's actually saying, she's like, we've got to be close. And I look, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like it is high. And over to the left, you can just see the town way far down. We were close.
You can see Walmart.
But they made you work for it right at the end. And me and Wyatt are just kind of standing there, and I look at him. I said, "This is gonna be funny." Her and Raylan get up to where we are, and she goes, nope, turn around. She said, "I can't. My legs won't move." She said, "I'm terrified."
Not because I don't want to hike it or that I'm tired. It's because I'm afraid of heights. And when I looked around the curve and saw how far I had to go up, and all I could see below me was town. No, thank you.
It was. I mean, you're looking at
like I started to sweat. I'm like, I cannot do it. There's no rope. There's nothing.
No rope.
There's no safety measures put in place here.
So,
okay, what if I slip?
Reference her. I can't stand too long because I started thinking about all the other things I could be doing instead of this. I go, what? Turbo! Just start taking off. I was like, come on, man. Why's yelling, no, Daddy, no.
I'm crying.
So we get up there.
We haven't got up there yet.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm jumping.
Like 15 seconds, Raylan trips because there's roots, and she's just excited.
Oh,
she doesn't know where she's going. She's always tripping.
We have big long safety.
I'm literally on the side of the mountain where I can fall to my death, and nobody will ever even know it. And there's the end of me. And then Raylan's on the inside because I'm trying to keep her safe. She's just slipping. She's tripping. I'm just looking down. I'm trying to hold her hand and focus. And then meanwhile, we have this family come down the other side with younger kids. And I just stop and I look at them and I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. Y'all are scaring me.
Because they were on the outside and they had younger kids than us. And the dad actually looked at me because at this point I am now carrying all backpacks. I have everything, all hands full and wide in one hand. And he looks at me and goes, didn't make it either, did they? I said, no, they did not make it because he had all of his kids' stuff too. It was just funny. So we get up there. It's awesome. As soon as we get up there, Wyatt and the kids just sit down, undo their backpacks. They're getting their stuffed animals out, putting blankets on them. Snack time. Wyatt's like, I'm going to eat in Virginia or Tennessee. Brendan goes, I'm going in Virginia. And because that's how it was. It was tri-state. You can be at 3 states at once. And it was really fun. We had a great time. And then the walk down was when the real fun started.
Yeah, because you went straight up. Now you're going straight down.
Right. So you're enjoying yourself.
It was. Yeah. Because none of us have
just get
appropriate shoes. So our toes are shoving into the end of our
shoes. So
trying to walk down this hill.
We traded, and I had Raylan this time going down, and she had Wyatt. And me and Raylan, I'm kind of like, she's just chit-chatting with me. We're talking about, I'm asking her, does she think we could make it if we had to stay out here? She tells me that her and I could. They couldn't. We're just all having good bonding.
She turns around, she starts shooting us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Remember, I was the one who saved your life up the
mountain. Yeah. I did.
She told us that we're the ones that tripping, but we did not trip the whole entire trip. And then she's just going.
It was just so funny when she looked at me and she said, well, you and I can. I said, what about them? It was hilarious. But we go down, we're having fun. So every rock they say, oh, we're almost to the end. Well, I knew we were not. And these two have they are not good with directions at all.
No,
We
get
passed
lost out there.
we passed 2 major rocks, like 2 big rocks that had plaques on them. We passed coming down. We passed the second one, and they're like, "Oh, we're almost out," and I'm like, "We're not even on the gravel yet. The other one's on the gravel." And then
remembered one.
And then we came to the next one, and they're like, "What's this rock? We didn't pass this rock. We're on the wrong trail." No, we're not. It's like, do I need to bring the phone out for pictures? But anyways, once we get there, like this one really starts getting in a good mood. Like he knows we're getting close.
Yeah.
And so apparently when we went, it was a lot better because like we were by ourselves, but on the way down, we passed a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
let me just get this right. These rocks kind of mess with you.
They
Because
do.
I thought we crossed 3 rocks,
Right.
but we crossed 2. But we crossed 2 rocks.
I thought we crossed one.
And then I started coming down. I'm like, wait, was there only 1 rock or
Right?
2 rocks?
Same spot I was in.
Because I thought we crossed 3 rocks.
I need to get y'all a compass. So we start going down, and we're passing all these people, and Wyatt and Raylan are like, it's real steep up there, but y'all can do it. It's worth it. Being just real positive and real
Being
nice.
friendly. I told Wyatt, I said we're friendly to hikers. That's what we do.
Yeah, because you're all out here for the same mission.
Nothing else, but I just said, it's worth it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
To every person that we walk by.
Until he passed them, and then we had to have a little conversation with him, but it was awfully fun. He looked at his mommy on a couple of them and said, "They'll never make it."
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
I didn't say that. I said, it'll take a long time.
It'll take a long time.
So you didn't listen, right?
Sorry, man.
Maybe you said that.
Sorry, Ray and I were so far ahead of you, I couldn't even hear you.
There was one specific group of people, and I mean, they were at the beginning, and they were having a hard time. And we were encouraging them. We said, "It's beautiful up there. It's totally worth it. I know it's hard, but you're gonna love the view." And we passed him. Wyatt said the same thing. And then I looked at him. I said, "Do you think they're going to make it?" He said, "Nope."
What do you mean? I did not say that.
So it changes when you're in front of 803 people, huh, son?
But hopefully they did.
I mean, I didn't know what to say.
We're not picking. We're just thinking it's funny.
It was
Is
funny.
Raylan awake or she's asleep?
I don't know.
What can you
I
go
think
tell?
she's awake.
Well, go tell her to come down here and
Hopefully
say bye to
she's
everybody.
awake. Goodness gracious. It was fun though. Then we made it to the car and we went and ate, and it was just a really good
Yeah,
time.
at the beautiful place with the coffee shop and nice little creek. It was
Yeah.
just awesome.
So if we did that trail about 30 more times, like all consecutive at one time, like up, down, 30 times, we'll be ready for our trip.
Yeah.
We'll be ready. So we have a lot of practice to do.
But, they were so proud of themselves on the way down. It's just kind of like with anything hard. You struggle to get up to where you wanted to succeed.
Yep.
Once you make it and you're on the way back down the hill, everything's just so much better and you feel so proud of yourself. Did you like hiking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when
Ray, hang on. Wyatt, it's Ray's turn. When we were hiking, if we had to stay out there, who could have made it and survived and who couldn't? Remember when we was talking about camping?
Don't lie.
Out of the 4 of us, what 2 people would make it and what 2 people would not? You can be honest.
I'd like to remind everyone, I am the only one that's been backpacking. So.
You know which one wouldn't
Ray,
make it?
turbo.
Right.
Easy.
Did you like hiking though, for real?
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyatt, what do you think?
I think it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was
we-
very
are we-
tiring.
How are we going to take backpacks next time?
Sure.
With a lot less
You
in
carry
it.
your own snacks and water. Tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome though. We're
And I
gonna.
gotta get all the clothes out of the backpack.
Right,
There's
yeah.
So much clothes in the
Yeah.
backpack.
It was hard. The journey's always hard, but
Mm.
when you get to the top, it's worth it, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep hiking. It's gonna be
That
great.
feeling of pride and
Mhm.
proudness and satisfaction once you're on the way down the hill is just we can see why it's so addicting.
Yes,
Um,
it's actually all I've thought about since we came home. I
yeah.
just want to go back. I want to go back out and do more hiking and backpack and do like a weekend backpacking trip.
Donna said fanny packs. She's actually going to
Yeah,
get a fanny
I
pack.
actually ordered one
and
for her.
We went satchel
Yes.
for him.
I wanted something to fit with my journal.
Yeah, because he likes taking his journal.
So a fanny pack can hold his journal unless he got like a tiny one, but he has one specific journal that he's working on. So we got him a satchel, which will go over the side, and then her a fanny pack because she likes to pick up sticks and pine cones and rocks and leaves and stuff like that. So it'll be perfect.
But my legs were bones when we got.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Tell him what he said. Tell him what he did. We're 5 minutes.
We weren't even going up yet. We were still level. He said by the time we get there, my feet are gonna be bones.
I was not lying.
5 minutes in, y'all. We had a rough 5 minutes. I was real nervous that we were not going to see the top of this thing.
Oh my gosh, so funny. But we had a great time. Where'd you go back?
But if Raylan was extra Karen mode, she would not be in this live right now. Your dad was the Karen. Okay. We did not fall the whole entire trip.
Right? We didn't even trip.
Oh my goodness.
We weren't even close to flipping tripping.
They would have never made it with her.
No, you wouldn't.
I told her when she hears the first chirper, she'd be running for the car. Me and Mike can sleep on a rock.
Not with me there. Y'all ready to sleep on a rock at noon.
If you ever hike this mountain, make sure to be really careful at when you're close to the top because it's really steep.
Yeah.
It is really steep.
Yeah, very steep. Oh my gosh. Tammy, no, we did not take a picture.
Y'all know she
got wipes and toilet paper. I don't know what's wrong with me, but thankfully all was good and we made it.
We were leaving and I said, "Did you get the toilet paper wipes?" She said no. So I went and got it, and then she still left it in the trunk.
But all was fine. Thank the Lord.
Grace, we actually did film some of the stuff tomorrow's video, so we talk about this in there too, and we throw the pictures up so y'all can see the pictures of what we're actually talking about. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned for that tomorrow. But we're at 9:02. My goodness, the time flew. We love you all. Thank you all for joining. It feels like it's been a lifetime. Tell them all the things. Tell them all the things they need to do. Wide rail.
One more message before we say that. If you're trying to get to the top, the first rock you see, don't go to that path. Go to the other path. That'll bring you up.
So right. Directions. It's my number one thing I'm going to work on next time we hike with these two is directions.
Going this way.
All right, tell them what they need to do on the video.
Like the video.
What else?
Subscribe
and
subscribe and click the like button.
All right.
And there's one more thing.
Click the bell.
Thank you. Love y'all.
So you can see all of our other lives.
That's right.
That's right.
Love
Video tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.